Hey, family. Yesterday we learned about how Esau despised his birthright and he sold his birthright to his brother Jacob for some red stew, for some food. And today, the next step is how he sold his birthright. Now, Jacob's going to deceive him. Well, his mom put him up to it, but for the blessing. Because his mom remembered what she was told in the dream when said the younger or the older will serve the younger. And so somehow, and sometimes we don't understand how God makes things happen through the craziest of circumstances, but also shows how God's sovereign through it all, through the good and bad. God is sovereign through it all. And so when we read the story in chapter 27 of Genesis, Jacob's Isaac's getting to the point where he can't barely see. He's failing. His life. He's towards the end of the road. And in that time, parents, when they were about to die, they would get their blessing. And in the culture of those days, that blessing was looked at to have like almost this magical or whatever they said out of their mouth verbally a blessing, it was going to come true. Now, in the Bible case, this stuff did come true. But in the culture, that's how overall, even the people who didn't believe in God, they looked at things. And so he's about to give the blessing. And he tells Esau, because that's his oldest, and Isaac doesn't really fully understand God's plan. So he's doing his own plan, and he sends his firstborn, which is normal at that time, sends him out and says, go make me some game because I love your food, and bring it back to me so I can give you your blessing. Well, Rebecca, Isaac's wife, overhears that. And remember, she wants the younger son to have the blessing. So she goes to the younger son and says, okay, look, here's the game plan. He's gone for a while. I'm going to make the best food. And you're going to dress up like your brother, because his brother was hairy and everything. And you're going to smell like the dirt. You're going to go out there and you're going to give your brother or give your dad the food and pretend you're your brother so you can get the blessing. He's like, whoa, what are you doing, Mom? And she's like, don't worry, I got this. Just do what I'm telling you to do. So he does it, and he tricks his dad, and his dad gives him the blessing. Now remember, he already got the birthright, and now he got the blessing, which is a fulfillment of what was kind of prophesized to Rebecca when he said that the older will serve the younger and become two nations. Remember, God had a plan for the lineage of Jesus, and even to the good and bad, he's using things to get to this plan. And so once Esau comes back and he finds out that his brother took his blessing, he's begging his dad. And when his dad speaks, this is what he speaks. Remember, this stuff comes into existence. As far as in the Bible terms, it says, your dwelling away will be the earth's riches, away from the dew of heaven above. You will live by the sword, and you will serve your brother. But when you grow restless, you will throw his yoke from off your neck. And that's true because it was a prophecy in the sense of later on, with David, they served him. But after David, during the other kingdoms, Edom, actually, matter of fact, in Jehoshaphat, in Second Chronicles, you read how Edom started the Moabite coalition. It was Edom, it was Moab, everything. They came and they attacked Judah. So what we're learning here is, even through this was deceptive, even through the craziest of circumstances, and sometimes you might have had some bad stuff. You might have did some bad stuff in your life, but sometimes God can use the bad stuff for his good and for his sovereignty, because God is sovereign over everything, over the good, over the bad. He doesn't make you do the bad stuff, but he's sovereign over it all. And so I want you to know that God has a plan for you too. Through all your mess, all your deceptiveness, all the times you did something wrong, God's still going to use you for some great stuff. All right, family? You guys have a blessed day.